From a chase that began with a brazen display at a gas station and a hotel guest who thought he could sneak away unnoticed, to a gold sedan that turned an interstate into chaos, and much more. Here are the craziest moments when high-speed police chases end in disaster. It was the late morning of May 14th, 2025, when traffic rolled steady along Interstate 57 in Arkansas. To most drivers, it was just another weekday on the road. But behind the wheel of a gold Pontiac Grand Am, one man was already testing fate after deputies caught him weaving left of center. What started as reckless driving was about to snowball into something far more dangerous once the flashing lights appeared in his mirror. The driver's last stand came with a bottle in hand, a stubborn refusal to listen, and the kind of defiance that never ends well. When he finally met the crackling jolt of a taser, the fight drained out of him and the arrest was made. He was transported to the White County Detention Center, now facing a pile of charges. Another reminder that stubborn pride and a bottle of beer aren't much of a match for state troopers. On May 11th, 2023, a quiet morning at a Cobb County Holiday Inn was about to get very loud. Officers had their eyes on a green Infiniti tied to a man with a violent history Richard Caldwell wanted for aggravated assault. At first, the car sat motionless, an empty shell in the parking lot. But as the hotel staff gave details to the officers inside, the sound of an engine stirred outside. That's when everyone realized Caldwell wasn't planning to stay for checkout. When the dust cleared, Richard Caldwell was no longer in control. Officers pulled him from the wreck and, after a quick trip to the hospital, delivered him to the Cobb County Detention Center. His new charges for fleeing, eluding, and obstruction joined the aggravated assault warrant already waiting for him. In the end, Georgia proved to be the worst place to test his luck. For Trooper Terrell Pratt of the Arkansas State Police, June 27, 2023, was not a day for routine patrols. Dispatch had already confirmed the gold sedan ahead wasn't just speeding, it was running. To most drivers, the thought of outrunning law enforcement at highway speeds would feel unthinkable. For this driver, it was the only plan he had left, even if it was the worst plan of all. The young driver's run ended not with freedom, but with a ride in the back of a cruiser. From reckless speed to possible felony charges, his short-lived escape attempt had cost him everything but his seat in county lockup. Some gambles don't just fail, they backfire in spectacular fashion.
And my sister might have something in there as well.
Hey! Hey! Stop!
For troopers working Arkansas highways, traffic stops can flip from routine to unpredictable in seconds. On the night of September 7th, 2022, the driver of a red Pontiac, later identified as Eric Winfert from Illinois, was already showing trouble signs with no license, the odor of marijuana, and a nervous female passenger beside him. Just as the situation seemed contained, that same passenger slid behind the wheel and took off in a burst of reckless defiance. In the space of a heartbeat, a simple roadside stop became a high-stakes chase.
And my sister might have something in there as well.
Hey! Hey! Stop! Put him in custody! Fortunately, she stopped in traffic. She may have wrecked. She did. She wrecked out, Farsi. It's normally 1016.
What followed was as tragic as it was reckless. The Pontiac was left torn apart, its driver badly injured, and inside the wreckage, a firearm waited to be found. The woman passenger, later identified as Brittany Johns, carried an Illinois warrant, while her companion, Eric Winfert, ended up charged as a felon in possession of a gun. Sometimes a bad choice doesn't just change your night, it rewrites your life.
250, go ahead and start at 252 immediately.
It all started in the late morning of May 10th, 2024, at a gas station off Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway. Most people fuel up, grab a coffee, and go about their day. But this driver had a different idea. He pointed his phone at himself and laid out exactly how he thought things would play out with State Patrol, and let's just say his words didn't age well.
Something with these police, right? See, State Patrol, look, when State Patrol wants you, the difference between them and a regular county cop, APD, if they looking for you and they want to fuck with you, or they trying to, harass you, they'll go park in the corner somewhere. They go park somewhere and wait till you pull off. State Patrol, them niggas are going to ambush you immediately. Now, I ain't do shit, but just the sight of them niggas just give me chills. But see, from right here, I can eat their ass straight up. From right, it's so many police riding by. But from right here, I can tell them, I'm going to tell you why, because they still got to come across that light. Once you got a good enough head start, you got to, and I'm all-wheel drive, you got to hit. Ooh, wait, see, somebody just hit the gas. Oh, that Mustang did that. They ain't even come out there. Y'all nigga hold, they just sitting right here. Probably cause my window tint, I don't know. But I ain't fucking with them nigga, man. I ain't going nowhere. We'll sit here all day, nigga.
Stupid! Oh, 250, bad 250, land, bad 250. Go ahead and start at 252 immediately. Ellie, this will be at 250F.
The driver was soon confirmed as Kwan Tucker, a man already wanted for shoplifting in Douglas County. His truck revealed more than just shattered glass. Hidden inside was a firearm with no serial number and narcotics packaged for the streets. It was a crash that ended one man's reckless gamble, leaving behind nothing but broken steel, unanswered questions, and a harsh reminder that speed and bravado never beat the inevitable. Some people have bad judgment, and then there's the guy deputies spotted on June 5th, 2023. He was already suspected of driving impaired, and when they noticed a plate violation, pulling him over should have been simple. But instead of stopping, this self-proclaimed stuntman hit the accelerator. He weaved through traffic like a man auditioning for the wrong movie role. The difference, his performance came with real lives on the line. The closer he pushed, the tighter the jaws of disaster snapped shut. His bold attempt to squeeze through left no room for error, and the moment his gamble failed, the entire road became a stage for chaos. When the chaos finally ended, the stolen car was lying battered and broken. One passenger was hauled away on a felony warrant, while another avoided charges altogether. Innocent drivers were caught in the mess, one with an injury, another walking away unharmed. Meanwhile, the driver found himself at the top of the list for felony fleeing, impaired driving, and stolen vehicle possession. In the end, his night didn't end with an escape, but with a crash course in consequences. On the night of September 24th, 2023, the streets of Little Rock carried their usual Sunday night traffic, but among the steady flow of headlights on Interstate 30, one driver stood out not because of the car he drove, but because of the decision he had just made. Behind the wheel of a BMW with fictitious tags sat Byron Brown, a man unwilling to stop for the flashing blue lights in his rearview mirror. In that instant, a routine traffic stop transformed into a test of will, speed, and survival.
BMW displaying Adam David Boy, 870 George, 135 exit eastbound 30.
Now we're going back, 30 westbound, vehicles are 84.
Temple back westbound, 135.
The chase thundered towards Stanton Road, and troopers tightened their focus. With danger escalating by the mile, one move was about to decide whether this run continued or came to an abrupt end.
TBI.
What's your 20?
By the bridge, just before Scott Hamilton.
Byron Brown never made it past that point. Ejected through the sunroof, he suffered fatal injuries that ended the chase in the most tragic way possible. Officers later recovered an FN-57 pistol from inside his wrecked BMW, sealing the evidence of just how serious this flight had been. It's a harsh reminder speed pride and bad choices rarely outrun consequences. On April 2nd, 2024, the calm stretch of Interstate 4 was suddenly anything but ordinary. A gold minivan wasn't just another vehicle in traffic, it was carrying a murder suspect with nowhere left to run. Lakeland Police Department had already been in pursuit, but the chase was about to grow much larger, as the suspect sped east into Osceola County, Florida Highway Patrol, prepared to take the reins in what would soon become a high-stakes showdown.
We are still eastbound, coming up to turn passing everybody on the shoulder. Now we're back on the road. We're passing. Make sure 2 K's are maybe. No, we're passing. We're passing turn light. Whoever that unit is, try to hit him. You're right on him. Alright, he's exited JYP. Exit JYP. Chillingham Parkway exit. We're approaching the light at JYP. Looks like we are making a right. I think he just destroyed his car.
When the dust settled, the chase had ended with a disabled minivan and a suspect taken into custody. Facing charges of murder and now a laundry list of traffic offenses, his desperate gamble on Interstate 4 bought him nothing but handcuffs. It's another reminder that in a fight between reckless flight and relentless patrol units, the odds are never in favor of the driver trying to run. That's where this pursuit ends. But trust me, the ride doesn't stop here. Check out the next video to see just how far some suspects will go when they're desperate to escape. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe for more.